Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of All Campaign 14, week 7, day 2, day 3. So today, wait, did I not change the title? Or did I forget to change the thumbnail? Both. Both are correct. One fixed. Anyways. So today, we are going to be going and doing a couple things. We did actually technically record the video already for the teams. I just have not uploaded it yet. It will be up soon, TM. But, that should hopefully be up like an hour or two after stream, hopefully. But, yeah, it's already recorded. It's just not up yet. But anyways, aside from that, yeah, we got a Yasmine pet today. Definitely make sure to pick it up. This is the first time it's ever been available for well, this is the first time it's 100% chance been available for free. This was originally a money-locked pet that then became in the drop table about a week later. However, there haven't been that many opportunities to get it unless you just get it from pure RNG from you know, just finding it across your guild as a pet. And there have been very few opportunities since then to really do that, and this is the first time you have guaranteed chance of getting it. And it's relatively new, so a lot of people probably don't have it maxed, even if you have seen it before. So we're actually going to start here. Not with that team. Actually, never mind. Yeah, with that team. Never mind, I thought that was the other team for a second. Yeah, we definitely want to run this one. Anyways, hello! Actually, I switched all my teams into this, too. Just so we'd be a little bit quicker with these when we do end up doing it. Anyways, hello, Bill! Hello, Supernova! Hello, Genki! Hope all's been well. Hello, Umberto! Hello, Cookie! Hello, Tyrion! Hello, everyone else! Welcome, welcome, welcome! But yeah, I was messing with the weapon more earlier today, and one thing I actually said in the video, which since this is not up yet, you guys don't know about. But, next week, every single day on Guild War Offense, we are going to run the new story weapon. Just to see what it can end up doing. Just for the fun of it. Because next week we have Guild War. This will be a good time to go test out the potential of the weapon. I was like, yo, next week is Guild War, right? I could have sworn it was. Yeah, it is. Right there. Guild War, 4 days, 6 hours. But yeah, we're going to be running it for every single day. Offensively, not defensively, of course. But offensively, we will be running it every single day to see what it can end up ultimately doing. And it should be a bit of fun. Which means we'll need to make more teams, too. As we don't have one made for every color. At least not yet. Hello, Shelly. Welcome, welcome. Why is my throat feeling so sore all of a sudden? I think it was from what I ate earlier. In fact, I didn't, like, drink anything with it at the time. Good old refreshing water. Taste the rainbow. Isn't that the slogan for Skittles? Alright, next two we actually need a buff. Actually, do we have enough damage for this one? I'm still gonna buff just in case. No, we have enough damage. Well, he has 10% this week. I don't know, I want to check something. Is this enough damage? Well, actually, we gotta delay a turn, so I'll cast it anyways. There we go. Have to pass a turn anyways. Now we definitely have to buff to be able to one-shot range. That's the way we run this team. Because it's not that much slower in the earlier fights, and it one-shots the final 2 battles with the one cast. I think I could do the third to last one with one cast without even needing the other buff. Ooh, we need a little more mana. I'll take that. Come on, a little more. Can we please surge? We're taking so many with no surge. Mana. Oh, wait, I'm blocked on purple, though. Blue. There we go. Gosh, it took forever. Throw that down. Extra turn. Wipe. Dead. This is very clunky getting our mana, but there we go. Alright, 10 copies, go. How many? How many? What? Oh, we got gypped. You know what we didn't get gypped on, though? Someone in our guild threw down a bunch of gold. And we actually got 3 mythics earlier, which was kind of insane. Also, hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. See if I can go find them real quick. If I go to my, because I was claiming this before I did the video. It was like, oh, we got someone did a bunch of tasks. And I was like going through, it's like, oh, we got 1 billion mythics. Where are all the mythics at? Did they not show up here? Hello, Mythics? Oh, they might be consolidated here. Let's see. I think it was in here. No. Wolf Garrick. So we got, Wolf Garrick, Pan. How many did he open? Gosh. But yeah, we got Wolf Garrick, Pan, and Ketris the Bull. We got 3 Mythics. How many did he open? That's a lot. Wow. Wait, 182? No wonder! 182 tasks! How much gold did he have? That is insane. No wonder why we got 3 Mythics. 182 tasks. I don't even have that much gold if I dumped everything right now. We have 57. That is kind of insane. Did we ever get the 3rd person, by the way? Oh yeah, we did. Nice. Who was it? I actually don't even know who it is. Also, Loco should be getting back next week. He's on vacation for a little while. I would assume it's that one. Welcome to the guild. Anyways. So we need it for Guild War week next week, too. Do we have a Guild War going on? Anyways, what we're doing, we already finished the pet. What we're doing now, I guess finishing out every other daily. Let's see. Let's go mess with the, oh yeah, I still need to go make more teams for Daughter. So we can cover a video for her later, too. The one for the, weapon will be up, right after the stream. It's already recorded, I just need to get it out there. Couldn't finish it before the stream. Red to green, yeah, we'll go for it. And we're still actually at double cast kill, which I'm kind of surprised. But we did just upgrade the metal. Yeah, the whole premise for this current event is don't take Earth Dreamer until you're forced to take Earth Dreamer. Then just keep clicking the same spot over and over again forever until the event is done. That's pretty much all you have to do. Very straightforward event. About as straightforward as these get. Click same room until done. There's a Wand of Stars in the Soul Forge. Crafted it for the funsies. Oh yeah, it's really good. It's insanely good. The video will be out in a couple hours. We went over it last night too, messing around with it. We might mess with it a little bit more tonight. We'll see. I don't know if to go farm some merchants, but I might mess with the weapon. It's a really fun weapon. I've actually really been enjoying it. I hope they start doing that again. Back when tarot cards first were created, every tarot card had a purpose. As in, every tarot card was needed to craft something else. Lately, tarot cards have had no purpose. As in, you know, you can't craft them into anything. However, they just did one randomly out of nowhere. So hopefully they'll start doing that again. Where, you know, tarot cards actually have a purpose beyond the card itself. So that we can start having, you know, new cool things that we can end up using them for. Because that was way better when it was like that. Because sometimes we get some really good options from it. And you saw what we just got from the most recent one. Like, that's a really, really good option. It's one of the best weapons in the entire game. Just dropping out of nowhere. And every single one of them could be like that if they kept adding more in the future. Because that's how Enraged Carindera came into the game. That's how, I'm trying to think of any other relevant one. That's how Leona's Tower came into the game. That's how, there's not too many viable ones. But, it's how a couple of those things came into the game. Technically, Hatter and Scroll, those two pieces of it. Not Hatter and Scroll itself, but the Scroll Reborn and Hatter Ascendant came in through that system. There's quite a few of them. Some better than others. But there's a feature they kind of stopped doing for a while and then seemingly brought back out of nowhere. Also, yeah, it actually is in Drop Table. I mentioned it in the video. But I actually forgot. That's not from the previous campaign. That's from the Nexus campaign. And I have like 42 copies of it. So it's definitely in Drop Table. Because you need the lovers in order to create it. And we have 42 copies of the lovers. It does not get consumed, so you don't need one. But we have 42. So yeah, it's definitely in the Drop Table. That is for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt. Which means you can open up Vault Keys right now to go get it if you don't already have it. Or wait till next Vault event to stock up. Alright, we're out of sigils. How are we doing on the event? I still got a ways to go. As long as it gets done before the end of the week. Doesn't really matter when it gets done. Alright, that's out of the way, that's out of the way. What do we have for adventure board? Let's see. How have we not hit it yet? There's my thing with a bunch of teams earlier, too. Oh, we don't even have anything good on adventure board. Well, fine. We'll go do dungeons, hand out a code, and I guess we're merchant hunting the rest of the stream. Oh, top 3 today? Oh, top 3 today? Look at this. Look at that top 3. Look at that perfect 120 Dragonite. Oh, look at that perfect 120 Dragonite. Okay, we're handing out 2 codes, I guess. Will you sing something for us today, please? It always makes you smile. Oh no, what can we sing? I'm not good at singing. But we are good at getting top 3. Alright, let's go. We'll hand out the code in a second. Let me make sure I actually click these correctly. You know what? Yeah, we'll run Tesla. Why not? I'll run the one I showed for the team. I think we already showed this yesterday, too. The Wand of Stars, Bork, Double Tesla. I think this is one of the few we still had yesterday. I made a few new ones for the video, too. And there's going to be even more made next week when we do it for Guild War. Because we will be using this weapon for every day next Guild War week. Every single day will be this weapon. Okay, I need Bork. Get that rolling. Go for the Teslas here. Alright, Tesla number 1. Is second Tesla enough? No, it would be if we had armor set, but that's fine. We'll mass man accumulate. And that's match. What's up, Sushi Ninja? Welcome, welcome. A nursery rhyme, some kind of nonsense. Oh no, I don't know what to sing. I don't listen to music much these days either. Also, I gotta be really careful not to misclick here. Because I'm so used to spamming on these. And if I accidentally spam, we're gonna lose 120 Dragonite. Which is a lot of free Dragonite to lose from a misclick. I have not done that yet, but I know it's for sure it's going to happen at some point. Or accidentally mass click away a perfect run. It's a matter of time. Oh, did he just gain HP? That's so annoying. Oh wait, no, he actually still died. But he revived, so it didn't matter. One more Tesla will do that in. Alright, let's be very careful not to mass click here. Click once, just once, only once. Okay, we're in. We have successfully taken the perfect dungeon. Time for an extra code. You got top 3 too? Nice! I guess it's top 3 day. Oh yeah, I had to restart the computer earlier because it was updating. Let me go get you guys the code. Let's see. Also probably why the thumbnail isn't updated. Because I'm so used to it already being open. So it like auto sets. But I kind of forgot. The computer had to restart earlier. Because of some kind of Windows update. And now I don't have the code section open. I don't have the Photoshop open. Don't have anything open on that computer. Actually, before the stream started, I didn't even have the stream window open. I will take that one over. Grab the Umbral Stars. Get destroy on everything. And Tesla time. The army of Teslas. Is that enough damage? Yeah, there we go. And that's match. A 120 Dragonite. Look at that. Perfect. Anyways, now let's click on these. Oh, we almost got a true flawless. Why'd they have to be traps? Hey, that's why you click on them. So after you've claimed your 3 perfect, the reason why you want to click the other 3, 2 of them, if you haven't gotten all the way to level 20, so you can find a downward stairs. But the other reason is you can get some free loot. We got 10 rupees for clicking on these. There's no downside to clicking them after you finish all 3 battles. Make sure you finish the 3 battles first or you lose 120 Dragonite or whatever you're up to. But after you complete out these 3 battles, you just click them. And sometimes you find free loot. It's only 10 rubies, but you know that's 10 rubies more than what we had. Anyways, redeem code. We'll hand out a second one a little bit later. I guess we're just merchant farming the rest of the time. Unless we want to mess with the stars. But, oh no, stars are pretty fun. I do almost want to mess with stars a little more. But no, I think we're going to go merchant hunting. I do just want to do a battle or 2 with it, if nothing else. This has quickly grown on me to become like one of my favorite weapons in the entire game. Or because it's also one of the strongest weapons in the entire game. This is why we need more tarot card troops. Because tarot card troops are generally pretty good. Not always. But we have a lot more good tarot card troops than bad tarot card troops. And weapons, of course. And I really hope they do expand upon that into the future again. Because they stopped for the longest time, for seemingly no reason. Oh, I did the wrong one. Oh, no, that was the right one. But I really hope they bring that mechanic back. Also, wow, why on earth are you so bad at aiming today? Let's see. Round 4. Please don't miss again. Thank you. No extra turn, though, but we'll take it. chance match, unless it misses again somehow. There we go. It almost did. Oh, so hello, Emanator. Hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. Let me go show one of the ones I didn't show yet. That's going to be in the video. Oh, no, maybe we'll just save it for the video. Which one of these even is new? I guess the 4x purple one? I was sure. I like the skull ones, though. Skull teams benefit a lot from having Bless, because they don't have to deal with Freeze, and they don't have to deal with Death Mark. Also, thank you for the continued support, Emanator. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. What do I even take here? I need purple, so I'll take that. Get that down, get the Thrall. Get a nice big burst. Hello, Randabok. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we definitely have an Arc Proxy alignment there. Gosh, look at all that Arc Proxy alignment. Too bad it doesn't have a refire. You know what? I'm gonna go for the Blast just to make sure. Get that down. No alignment, but he might give it to us. Good enough. We'll go for it. No! You missed! Alright, you know what? I'm still going for it. It's gonna explode so much that it still clears the whole board. And then we clear it again. Get the other Arc Proxy. No! My Arc Proxy alignment! He has so many skulls that he scolded our skulls. We've been countered by our own storm. Come on, Umbral Stars, you got this. No, we didn't get alignment. No. Ooh, is that enough? There's no way that's enough. I'm still clicking it, though. But there's no way that's enough damage. Yeah, not even close. We can still make this win, though. We take that, then we take that, and he's dead. What a weird fight. Very weird fight. Of course, we had the Tesla variant. We already messed with that earlier. Oh, yeah, we had the low rarity thing. The low rarity one was fun. But yeah, I plan to use these all week for Guild War next week. Even if we lose, just for the fun of it. Use this one literally all 6 days, because we can. Didn't we do something pretty similar with Diamantina? I think the week we finally got Diamantina, we ran it for like almost every Guild War day. Maybe not all of them, but a good number of them. And we're pretty much going to be doing the same thing again. Except this time for the elemental star weapon thingy. Just for the fun of it. A little bit of a bad start here, though. We did not get that good of a mana accumulation initially. He's damage pressuring us way more than we'd want to be. I'm gonna try for Skull from Sky. Didn't get it. Luckily we have the barrier, so it doesn't really matter. Get our elemental star thing. And now pretty much everything we need to get rolling. Throw that down. Throw everything down. We'll need one more, I think, for enough damage. That should be enough mana, hopefully. Barely. Let's go Leprechaun it. Yeah, that's match. This is a low rarity one, though. Is one star of stars any good? Yes. It's definitely top 10 weapon in the entire game. It's really high up there. This will be the last one we mess with wands for now. We'll have a whole video coming out after this stream in about an hour or two. After. Where I go over pretty much everything with it once again. But long story short, it's an amazing weapon. And you don't have to worry about getting it within X amount of time. Like, you should make sure you get Karandira before the end of this week. Because this weapon is actually available forever. Like, this thing's never going out of Soulforge. It'll be there next week, it'll be there a month from now, it'll be there a year from now. It is never leaving Soulforge. So this is just like going to be a staple of the game now. This wand, because it's always available. Though first you have to get the Lovers tarot card. But after you do that, the second you get it, you can pretty much just immediately craft it. Also, I was comparing it to the Dawnbringer and Dustbringer cost. I didn't even realize it. It's only 100,000 souls. The other, like, equivalent, similar, like, weapons, they're like 1 million each. And this thing's only 100,000. It's basically free in comparison. Oh, Tyrion, what were you mentioning? What did I miss? Let's see. You're down from 2,000-ish to 1,135 diamonds. Still need this, needed by Sunday. Let's see. Still likely not doable. Wait, what? Wait, what do you need the Mar for? Because you just need the 1,000 for the thingy. And now aren't you just saving for Ironhawk? Wait, what did you need the other number for? Also, hello, Barbara! Welcome, welcome. The prismatic teams? Yeah, prismatic orb used to be used back in the day as a support option. It's kind of fallen off completely because it hasn't really had a proper synergy team. So yeah, this honestly, it pretty much just brings back Hero as a 6-color viable option. Because both the two already existing 6-color weapons, they've been off meta, or you know, they've been useless for the last, like, 3+ years. Maybe even longer than that. Like, they're really old meta weapons. They were made a while ago. Like, they were almost, like, within the second batch of weapons added to the game. Like, they are super ancient compared to where the game is now. So they weren't really used anymore. But this thing's going to be viable forever. I don't really foresee any meta shift happening to such a degree where this will stop being viable. It might become less viable, but it will never just completely fall off. Because what it does is rather unique. Having access to 4x Curse and 4x Bless within the same option. While also mana accumulating to any color. While also covering every color. It's a lot of coverage in every way. And it can be used offensively, defensively. It can be used in first slot or last slot. Which are pretty much the only two locations. First slot if you want to rush it, last slot if you wanted to absorb all the mana you're creating. I just realized I've been running the wrong metal team the whole time. Anyways, let's go hunt some merchants and angels. We'll hand out a code on the first angel. How about that? There's my Dust Devil team. Let the hunt begin. We'll hand out the second code on first angel. Yeah, there's a lot of dust on those older weapons. Oh, you've been trying to get the double Ironhawk? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because the Ironhawk's available this week. But you'll be able to get it next cycle. Next cycle shouldn't take that long. I think Ironhawk's going to be back in like 3 months from now. Which, you know, that's a while. That's like a Vault event or two. But that's not too far away. It's definitely enough time between now and then to get the diamonds, that's for sure. Especially with the Vault event diamonds. That will add a lot to it as well. Yeah, I've really been enjoying the wand. Your impatience. Well, super grind the next Vault event until you have 8,000 diamonds. Well, then you'll still have to wait for the next cycle, but still. That will, like, slightly fix your issue if nothing else. Yeah, we've been getting pretty unlucky on Merchant Angels. At least we got a perfect dungeon today. So we started a little lucky. I don't really need more Dragonite, though. Like, getting it's still nice, but what are we really using it on? Because there isn't really anything, currently. Unfortunately. Get lucky on the phone ad things? Oh gosh. For a little bit of extra diamonds. I haven't claimed one of those in like 3 years. Those little phone ad things on the phone version that give you a little bit of resource. It's only on the phone version. You can't do it on PC, you can't do it on console. It's literally only on the mobile version. It's not that good though, you're not missing out on much. But there are a few okay drops if you get lucky on it. I think one of them is like 20 gems, 10 diamonds, a few other loot like that. Like one that might be like 5 gem keys or something. But most of them are pretty underwhelming. Like, here's 100 souls. Here's like a diamond or something. I'm not sure. I don't even remember. I know most of them are pretty pitiful. Like really, really, really bad. Like, so bad that you would farm more loot within the time it would take to watch, like, the minute ad. I'm multitasking but listening. What are you multitasking? Actually, I stopped by, what's his name stream for, a couple minutes earlier today. It's kind of funny because I was the first person there. Wait, why can I not remember his name? I always forget his name. Cynical. I stopped by Cynical's stream for the first several minutes. I was not on my phone, because I was on my phone and I saw the notification immediately, so I was like, I'll go stop by. Oh yeah, I know why. Because after my mom was getting back from an eye appointment, she wanted me to go, call in the cheese dip thing. Because, you know who I got addicted to those cheese dips from Domino's? My mom. So, and she doesn't know how to do it through her phone, because she's technologically challenged. So, she just gets me to do it for her. Because she wanted them. And of course I ended up getting one too, since she's already going to be there. But I had to order it for her. She like texted me, was like, hey, could you go order this? And we did. And we had that for lunch. It was pretty good. Then had a burger for dinner. No, not from a burger place. We actually had made our own burgers. But we had the cheese dip for lunch, which is funny. We do one through fast food, the other one not through fast food. I don't know, those cheese dips are so addicting though. They are pretty good. I still have the taste of it in my mouth too. They're really strong. Maybe that's why my throat is sore too. From all the hot cheese. It's all irritated. Hello, Draco. Welcome, welcome. Ironhawk will remain the only tier S mythic, not elite metalled. Yeah, there is no point in fully metalling Ironhawk. Because the situations that you use it in do not require it to be metalled. Like, you would never use it on a Guild War day or something. So there's no point ever metalling it. I believe it also only gains durability. And you're never using it in a single situation where it needs durability. Unlike some other mythics. You see no Cinny? Did you... Oh no, Cinny's not here. I was just mentioning it because of, I don't know why did I mention it. But I was just mentioning it because I was by his stream earlier. I haven't been checking on his stream. Like, I've seen more Genki streams than I've seen Cynical streams at this point. I think I've seen like 5 of his total. I normally just like part of it because I generally don't stay for too long. Unless I happen to have it on in the background or something. Oh, is there a Puzzle Quest 3 update? Interesting. Did they literally just drop content tonight? What version are they even on at this point? Like 1.5? Because I don't think they have hit 2.0 yet, did they? Gems of Wars 2.0 was probably the patch that brought it from into growth, I would say. Like, it was in like slight decline when it first launched, and then started to grow forever. And the point of it growing forever was when they did 2.0 with the traits and everything. Because that was when the game really started getting an identity of its own. It was a little bit more generic before then. To fully experience how generic it was, go play Arena. And that's a good example of what the game used to be like when it first launched, except with way less mechanics. So if you don't like Arena, there's a good reason. Because that was like the lowest player base the game ever had, was when the state of the game was like what Arena is right now. Also, speaking of which, we have an Arena event this weekend, by the way. Which means we have no event this weekend. You mentioned maybe best way to level classes is getting them to 40 first, and then go from there. Well, generally, you want to get every class to 40, then to 70, then one at a time to 100. Generally. Mostly because of how kingdom upgrades work, as well as you get most of the perks by the time you hit 70 on everything. So you definitely want to get most classes to 70 before you really get too many of them to 100. Obviously, if you plan on using any a ton, like Elementals, for example, or something similar, then yes, you probably want to get to 100. But aside from the core few that are just absurdly good that you know you're going to be using a lot, you generally don't want to you don't want to upgrade too many more of them to 100, as you get a lot more benefit from getting each one to 70. Okay, we just got an angel, so let's go hand out a code. Second code. You know what? We'll hand out a third if we somehow find a second angel. How about that? Also, how on earth did we find an angel before we found a merchant? Am I going crazy? Did we not get a single merchant yet? Because, yeah, we just got an angel first. Not the first time, though. Actually, it's really funny because when Merchant Angels first came out, I had like 2 or 3 angels before I even found the first merchant, which gave me a very skewed idea of what their drop rate is. Because I somehow outnumbered my angels than merchants, compared to merchants. And it's happening again. Yeah, I'll hand out one more code if we get another angel. It's out there somewhere. But I think we're going to be doing a lot of merchant hunting this week. And then next week we're going to be doing a lot of wand for Guild War. Should be a lot of fun. I don't know, should we mess with arena event this weekend? Actually, I'm going to do a poll real quick. Do you guys plan to do the arena event? I will have 3 answers. Start a... No, not a Q&A. Start a poll. Will you be doing the arena events this weekend? No. We'll do... let's see. We'll do... Oh no, like 3 battles or less. We'll do 3 arenas or less. Yes. We'll be doing the daily 3, 4, 9. Doesn't fit. Let's see. We'll be doing the daily 3. Yes. More than the daily 3. Okay, there we go. We have 3 options. Are you going to be doing like 3 total or less? Which basically means you're just going for the gem keys or something. Are you going to be doing the 3 per day? Which basically means you're going for all the tasks. Or like you get 3 free arena rolls per day. Or not free, but you know what I mean. You get 3 offers per day. So some people only do 9, so they get the 3 offer per day, 9 total. And doing more than that generally means you're going for orb. Or you're just going and doing a ton of arena and going even further than that. Wow, that is already like 80% no. That is a lot of no. Wait, is there a new Pokemon event this weekend? Tyrion, why haven't you told me? Wait, what's going on with Pokemon this weekend? Or are you just playing Pokemon because why not? Or is there actually something happening? Because I haven't been keeping up with the loop. Tyrion normally does that for me these days. It's been very helpful. Oh, there isn't any event, you just want to play Pokemon. I don't know, I still haven't played Pokemon since they did the Pokemon Home thingy. Or technically since February, but I mean, they done the Pokemon Home thingy like last month and I still haven't played since then. Probably should. Probably not this weekend though. But at some point we'll revisit the game. If nothing else, when the DLC comes out, we definitely will be revisiting that game. Because Arena's just that awful? True. Very true. We might be finishing Darkest Dungeon this weekend. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, but there's a chance we don't finish it tomorrow. And if we don't finish it tomorrow, we're finishing it this weekend. Because we'll do a stream for around noon tomorrow. And if that noon tomorrow stream doesn't finish the game, we're going to do it again on Saturday, I guess. And if somehow that Saturday stream doesn't finish it, we'll do it again on Sunday. And there's no way we're not done by then. Though we will still be streaming it at some point in the future. But I do want to take a break from it once we finish the storyline, or, you know, the basic completion of the game. But of course, it's nowhere near finishing the game. It's basically finishing the tutorial for the game at that point. Because there's a lot of way harder modes. Well, we'll do them at a later point. I might grind the game a little bit off stream so we can go directly for some of those harder modes when we do revisit it in the future. Tyrion's the Pokemon information broker, pretty much. He seems to keep up with most everything. Also, I can't believe how high the poll is for no. Does everyone hate Arena that much? Because that's way more overwhelmingly no than the last time we polled Arena. Like, the last time we polled Arena, I think it was like 60 or 70 something percent no. It is so no right now that it's like near 100%. No, actually, it says 85%, but you know. 85 is a big number. Also, can we please get 1 damage? Shouldn't be that hard to deal 1. Oh, there we go. Hey, we got 5,000 souls for it. Nice. I think he didn't run away. Would have been a disappointing amount to lose on. Poor Arena getting no love. I just really hope, if they're not going to rework Arena, that when they do rework Treasure Hunt, whenever that may be, many years from now, like at this point it seems like it's never coming, but whenever they inevitably eventually rework Treasure Hunt, it better not be as bad as the, also I forgot to update the other merchant, we're at 2 merchants now, but it better not be as bad as the Arena update, because that'd be so disappointing. I hope they at least learn from how bad the Arena rework was, to make it so when they do the Treasure Hunt rework at some point, that is actually good. Because I still really want to see a Treasure Hunt rework. It was supposed to come originally when they did the Arena rework, but then they pushed it back and only did the Arena rework. And then never got around to the Treasure Hunt one. Despite the Treasure Hunt one almost needing a rework more than Arena did at the time. Yeah, that was a weird mechanic that got dropped too. When they did the Arena rework, one of the gimmicks of the Arena rework is that it seemed like most, if not all, Arena events, they would end up having a special troop that you would always be able to draft. Like some kind of legend or, you know, some kind of thing that you could focus your entire team on. Kind of like how you were able to choose any weapon back in the day. Where you'd be able to have one troop that you can always consistently use for an event. They haven't done that for, like, years now at this point. I think the last one was like some Christmas holiday one we had or something. Like, it has been so long since we've been able to have a guarantee, like, solid option onto your team for every Arena run. It was just causing some kind of glitch or something in their system. But they have not had that option for years now, despite that being one of the, like, slightly bigger gimmicks with the Arena rework. Did I get in the beta? No, I didn't bother getting into the beta. I didn't bother even signing up this time around. I was considering, and I was like, I'd actually rather know what the day of. That'd be more of a surprise for the big 7.0. Because they take pretty minimal feedback during the things. I've learned from many past betas. So I'd rather just keep it a surprise until it comes out. You think Arena's just as hated as Treasure Hunt? I don't think that's the case. I think people actually like Treasure Hunt more. It's just that people don't like the loot from Treasure Hunt. Like, the time to payout ratio for Treasure Hunt's really bad ever since they added speed to the game. Ever since 2x speed, 4x speed, all those kind of things came into the game, Treasure Hunt became exceedingly bad value. Or the way that you have to play it is weird. Because the optimal way to play it is to not properly play Treasure Hunt. It's basically just to spam click the board until the board ends. Ever since they added the speed mechanic, there's no incentive to playing out a treasure map properly. Because the loot for doing so is just so slow compared to the rest of the game since 4x speed. And it's something they've never fixed since 4x speed. And still to this day is not fixed. Because they need to make getting, like, vaults and stuff like that in Treasure Hunt a lot more rewarding. To actually prioritize getting them. Otherwise, the meta for Treasure Hunt will always be just spam the board to go get as many green chests as you possibly can and then end it. You don't even deal with reds, you don't even deal with vaults. Because it's not worth the time to get to them. Compared to just spamming the board. And I think that's the biggest thing that's been holding Treasure Hunt back. Because the current reward system incentivizes you to not play Treasure Hunt correctly. Whereas playing it correctly is absurdly slow and not worth the loot at all. Like 5 minutes of explore gives more loot than playing like a 20-minute treasure map properly. They never fix game-breaking issues like Nomapalooza. No, they nerfed Nomapalooza into the ground a couple times. Though it is pretty absurd how broken Paloozas are relative to the economy of the game. I think it's the only thing that's been nerfed like 3+ times that is still the meta by a margin of like over 20 times, if not more. Despite it being nerfed several times. I don't think anything in the game has survived that many nerfs, and still is by far the absolute best thing for something. And by such a definitive margin. Like, you still get more in one Vault event than you do the 6 weeks between Vault events, or however long they normally interval. Like, that's still the case to this day if you farm a Vault event enough time. Oh, you're referring to the beta test? I can't remember. Was I in the beta test for Vault event? I don't think I was. Was I? No, I wasn't. I stopped doing the betas by that point. But yeah, I was never in the beta test for Vault event. I'm curious what they did say about it, though. Because they had to have been aware how broken it was. And probably mentioned something about it. And then they were like, ah, no, we're still just moving forward with it. But I wasn't in that beta, so I never got to see what they said. That would actually have been a fun beta to been in. Just to know what on earth people were saying for how broken that was. And how little they did to change it. Or did no one in the beta, like, mention, like, hey, you probably shouldn't do this from an economy perspective? Unless you just want this to be the new meta forever, which is just what it has become pretty much at this point. Which, honestly, it wasn't really a bad thing. Like, the whole economy of the game being based on Paloozas is not the unhealthiest thing that has ever happened to the game. It's just a very weird decision. I think the main reason they did it is to have a proper, like, double bonus weekends that many games have. Because Gems of War had that initially, but then they scrapped it. So they kind of needed a new version of it. And they felt like they probably didn't have enough retention time on, like, normal Vault events. So they were like, oh, let's go just buff Vault events then. And that will kind of be our, like, double, you know, like, double weekend that some games have. And instead of a double weekend, they have a, like, 1,000 times loot weekend. And they are called Vault events. But, yeah, that was their solution, I guess, just buffing it. It's not actually 1,000 times. The margin is closer to, like, what, 200 times? It's some kind of big number compared to the normal amount of loot. Though in theory, isn't it technically only 9 times better? Because I believe the average Vault event is 3 times higher rate for gnomes and 3 times higher rate for Vault keys. Meaning effectively 9 times higher rate for Vault keys overall. Because the gnomes are 3 times more common and the Vault keys themselves are 3 times more common. So technically it's only a 9 times buff. But you know, a 9 times buff is still insane. It's mostly the Paloozas on top of that that makes it more insane. Because Vault events on their own is not broken. Because it's only a 9 times margin of difference. But you combine a 9 times multiplier with 4 guaranteed gnomes every battle instead of 1 every 15 battles. And then is when you hit like the 200 to 500 times better. Because let's see, how much better is that? If we take both factors, the fact that there's a 9... actually, technically, you would only have the 3 times other factor. So let's say on average, nothing. There's a gnome every 20. Let's just say that. I'm not sure if that's actually the current rate. But let's say no Vault event, no nothing. There's a gnome every 20. What's the margin of difference if there's a 3 times higher Vault key rate and there's 4 per battle instead of 1 every 20? So first we'd have to take the difference of how many gnomes you're getting. So for every 20 battles, instead of getting 1 gnome, you're getting 80. And then you times that by 3 for the extra Vault key chance, which means the overall buff of a Vault event combined with Palooza is approximately 240 times more than normal loot you'd be getting. So yeah, that's why it feels like it's 100 times better, or, you know, hundreds of times better. Because if that math works out exactly, it is approximately 240 times better than not Volt Event, which is kind of insane. And that's after it's been nerfed 3 times. It is 240 times better than default rate. And by default rate, I mean like the rate that we have like right now as we're literally going through these. Compared to Volt Event plus Palooza. Yeah, at the time, Ironhawk team was known as well. Like, it was pretty well known that Ironhawk team existed by that point. I think the first couple weeks to month or so, not everyone really picked up on it. I know it took me a few days before I realized, like, oh, because when I covered the first Ironhawk team ever, or, you know, the teams video, I honestly didn't even think of the low-level kill potential range. Because I didn't even think any battle would actually die to 20 damage. But there actually were some within that range. And it was like, oh, okay, well, let's do that then. Yeah, I don't think I found out until, like, the 3rd day. But pretty much everyone after the first month or 2 knew. And that Volt buff wasn't until, like, 4 to 5 months after it was already known that Ironhawk exists. Like, the Ironhawk meta. Like, it was established for 4 or 5 months before they did the Palooza update. And, of course, those two in combinations also made it pretty broken. Because they weren't really aware of how quickly you could win. Which I'm not sure how they aren't. Especially with a team existing for that long as the meta. It's not like it was only a couple weeks. It was out for months. Angels and, yeah, Angels and Merchants could be seen as a 4th nerf to Paloozas. They cannot trigger during a Palooza, but they make verse farming slightly slower. Because you don't actually earn verses from them. And they take up time while you're hunting for verses. Which technically slowly nerfs the rate of Palooza. Not the actual Palooza itself, but the accumulation of them is slightly slower ever since the Merchant Angel update. It's not that much slower, but it is slightly slower. You probably lose like a couple minutes per hour. But you also get all the Merchant Angel loot, so you're kind of trading off this few minutes for loot still. Yeah, I got nerfed several times. Most of them direct, some of them indirect. But the Merchant Angel update was technically an indirect nerf to Paloozas, even though they don't affect Paloozas. But they affect the accumulation of the verses, which still affects Paloozas. It's a subtle, indirect way of nerfing it. Without seeming, like, super obvious. Without putting it to the patch notes, we nerfed Palooza again. Because I think at this point, they kind of realize they can't really nerf it again. Like, they can never do a patch that simply is, oh, we just nerfed Palooza again. Like, they have to hide it behind, hey, here's this new feature. And then that new feature just needs to indirectly nerf it, like how Merchant Angel did. There's only the smallest of nerf, but still a nerf. But it doesn't actually say that's a nerf. It just says, hey, here's shiny new feature. But it just happens to nerf the other thing ever so slightly. Yeah, we're about to get a level. I wonder if 7.0 is going to do anything like that. I don't think 7.0 is going to nerf anything, though. If I had to guess what 7.0 is going to do, it's going to be some kind of revolutionary change to the game that sinks a lot of resources. Those main resources being gems, trait stones, ingots, and whatever billion new currencies they add. Because you know each one's going to be tied to some kind of new currency. But I want to think that's going to be the thing. Because one issue Gems of War has had for an infinite amount of time at this point is, though I feel like a lot of free-to-play games have this issue, where they just have too many dead currencies. Like, way too many dead currencies. Like, there's more dead currencies than existing currencies. And I feel like they might try to consolidate some of those dead currencies with some new currencies into some kind of new feature that sync both of them simultaneously. Or you'll still need the new currencies to sync to old currencies, but you also need some amount of old currencies to actually engage with the new content. That is my guess for it. Or at least my hope that they will finally make some of the resources actually useful. I don't even remember what all the 0.0 patches were at this point. I believe 2.0 was traits. I know that for sure. 3.0 was Underworlds. I believe 6.0 was it 5.0 or 6.0? One of the two were was them adding campaigns, like the whole season pass system to the game. And I can't remember what the other few were. I don't remember what 4 was, 5 or 6. Well, technically one of those, because I know what one of them are. I just forget which number it was. Either 5 or 6. I think it might have been 6. I know one of them was, like, really underwhelming. I think it was the 5th one. Like, there was 1.0 update that seemed like it was, like, didn't deserve to be a 0.0. Can't remember which one it was. And then in 6 months, they both become dead currencies again. True. Oh no, there's some ways that they can make currencies not dead forever. There are a few currencies in the Gems of War that have been balanced pretty well. And I would say those main currencies are gold, souls, and gems. Not glory, sorry, glory. I don't know, glory could have a lot more done with it. But I feel like those three are the best balanced currencies within Gems of War currently. Gold, souls, and gems. They all have infinite sinks that make sense. Nearly every other currency in the game does not have a proper sink. For the most part. Another angel. Hey! Okay, well I guess we're handing out 3 codes this stream. Ooh, double yellow. Nice. Also, that is 2 merchant, 2 angel. Unless I forgot to mark down merchant, because I think I already did. That's actually 3 merchant, 2 angel, but still, there we go. Because I forgot the other one that had the key on it. But anyways, 3rd code. Here you go. That's definitely the last one we have to hand out for now, though. We'll have more tomorrow nights. But here you go. Enjoy. But yeah, honestly, not too bad. Got a couple okay angels. We got a perfect dungeon today. Luck's been decently on our side. Hopefully we can get at least one more drop before the end of the stream here. Yeah, there's only like 3 currencies they did right out of like 100 something currencies. Out of triple digit currencies, they've done 3 correctly. Pretty much. Because I can just go down the list real quick, like if it's dead or not dead. Let's see. Let's go dead or not dead. Let's play dead or not dead. I don't know. Let's just go through the ones that are actually still useful. Gold, useful. Gems, useful. Souls, useful. Glory, useful. War, let's see. Dead, dead. Useful, useful, useful. It depends what point you are in the game, but for the most part, it does eventually become dead, 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 dead. Very situationally useful, but mostly dead, dead. Useful, because those are basically just gem keys. I want to say dead. It's a weird one to rank. I'm just gonna say dead. They do become dead. I still need a few more though, but dead, super dead. These do eventually become dead, but almost no one's at the point that they become dead. But they will eventually be dead, so dead, kind of. Though you needed a lot of progress before those become dead. Similarly, these are almost never going to become dead. The bronze ones, yes. Silver and gold is going to take a long while. So basically not dead. These will last for a long, long while. It'll be years before all 3 of them are completely dead. Dead. All trait stones super dead, except for maybe Celestial. All keys, not dead. Mostly because new content comes through them. Shards, dead, because you can just put them into diamonds, and diamond becomes dead after you have everything. All the jewels, dead after you have all weapons, pretty much. Diamonds, dead. Which might seem weird because you need it for every mythic in the game, but once you have every mythic in the game, they become dead. Obviously, that takes a while, but you do eventually reach that point. Pet food is dead. These aren't dead, but they're all money locked. Super dead. They become dead. I'm not quite there yet, but we're almost there. Not dead. Actually, these are pretty fun. I just wish they were cheaper. Ritz. Okay, everything indeed super not dead, but this mostly because their rate of accumulation is so absurdly slow. But they eventually technically would become dead, but they come in so slow that they're pretty much never going to be dead in the current state of the game unless they like ramp up their speed by crazy amounts. But these will technically last forever at current accumulation rates, so hey, not dead for once. These are just season things, and of course not dead. Super not dead. These are some of the best currencies in the game, the verses, because they give you a ton of almost every other resource we just went over. That's pretty much the rundown on where currencies are at right now. Quick rundown. The brief abridged without doing a whole 1 hour video on it. Actually, it's kind of something I want to go over potentially. Maybe after 7.0. Like a guide on spending some of the resources, particularly gems. I feel like it's really confusing for newer players how to spend gems, which makes sense because there's like a billion things to spend gems on in Gems of War. And also, unlike other games, you get it from the game itself. Like, obviously, you could buy them as well. But you earn a lot of them for free. So you're constantly getting these gems, and you might not necessarily know how to use those gems. Just because there's sheer number of things to use it on. Because a newer player pretty much perpetually stays at 0 gems, due to how many gem costs there is everywhere in the game. It takes a while to get past that point. Tasta said you're almost no one. But are you done with the pet orbs already? Did you really max every pet? Didn't you mention that the other week? But yeah, that's almost no one. Like, there has to be a double-digit number. There's no way that's a triple-digit number. The number of people who have maxed every pet in the game. Like, most people don't even own every pet in the game. Like, I still don't even own them all. I actually still need the Infernus thing because it won't drop. Let's see. Well, technically, no one owns all the pets because no one owns all the starry pets. So theoretically, 0 people in the entire game own every pet. But if we had Infernus Imp, we would theoretically own every pet that has been released up to this point. But even though all the starry pets show here, none of them are actually obtainable. So technically, they can't be owned. So to the degree, as long as you have this Infernus Imp plus everything else, you would have every pet in the game. I'm just missing Infernus Imp. And Infernus Imp is similar to the one we got today. Hopefully next Broken Spire event, they'll have an event for it. Because I have been so unlucky. This thing has been available for almost a year now, I think. Or at least several months. Because the Broken Spire rework was when? Because I believe that's when it came out. That was like, what, last November? This thing's been out for half a year and I still have not gotten a single copy. It was originally money locked and I was trying to get it for free and it has never popped up. Luckily, next Broken Spire event, hopefully on that Wednesday, you'll be able to get Infernus Imp. And if that is the case, it'll be the first time it's available on a Wednesday event, kind of like how the one is today. And if that is the case, we'll finally have it. We'll finally have it. Anyways. What are we doing? Alright, let's go for, I don't know, one more Merchant or Angel, I guess. Go for a few more in there. You even bought the Xbox $50 one. Yeah, luckily I do have the 2 money pets, thanks to Isabel. She actually got both of them for us, which is greatly appreciated. We ended up getting the Steam pet, and we ended up getting the Android pet. Because on PC Mobile, you can actually technically get both when you link your account. But yeah, they're pretty expensive. The Steam one normally goes on sales, but the Android pet has never been cheaper than $50. Same as the Xbox one, if I'm not mistaken. But I know for sure the Android one has never been on sale. Whereas the Steam one goes on sale pretty much anytime there's like a seasonal sale on Steam. Alright, this is our final one. Wow, we actually did 3 angels. Not bad. 3 merchants, 3 angels. Ooh, double Anu. Honestly, we did pretty good on overall loot. We got a perfect dungeon today. We got 3 angels that actually had loot. Well, more so 2. The first one was kind of meh, but the other 2 weren't too bad. Also, the end results on the poll. 82% of people are not even touching the arena event this weekend. What are the other 2 numbers? And then it's a split between people who are going to do the 3 daily and then and the people who are going to do basically all rewards, or, you know, up to the orb or something similar. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. We're definitely at least doing a arena run for the few gem keys, obviously. Because that's actually worthwhile. 1 arena run for like 3 gems, gem keys, and 1 of the offers. Sometimes I do it these days for the 3 offer per day. We'll see if we do it this weekend, just to give us something to do. Because you get 3 offers per day. Generally, they're all trash. But, you know, sometimes you'll get a verse you need, or something similar. You get a slightly discounted Imperial, though it's way cheaper getting it from a merchant these days. So honestly, there's even less drops you can even get from Arena. Because what are all the good ones now? I guess the bulk keys, if you still needed them. If you still needed keys. The verses are always worth it. I guess the pets, if you get one of the pet offers. But you would need to have a kingdom that needs to be upgraded for it. What else? There's not that much. There are very few offers still in there. I don't think they can give you any of the good VIP ones. This isn't one of them. I don't think it can ever roll one of the VIP ones. It only rolls the ones that normally go here. That tend to be some of the lower tier ones in the first place. Which, you know, a lot of them are pretty skippable to begin with, so... Not that much loot that can be gotten from it, unfortunately. Arena definitely needs another rework, that's for sure. In the loot department. Potentially even in the gameplay department, but particularly in the loot. Anyways, guys, one to here for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We will be doing Darkest Dungeon 2 tomorrow around noon Eastern Standard Time. We will be going through the final area and hopefully not getting as unlucky as we did last time, because if you saw the last run, it was probably the worst RNG I've ever seen in Darkest Dungeon 2. Potentially even just in Darkest Dungeon in general. The amount of unluckiness we had in an absurdly short duration of time was absolutely absurd. But as long as we don't get that unlucky again, we should be okay to at least make it to the boss. Though I've never seen the final boss for the game, so we might get wiped by the final boss, but who knows, maybe we'll get a first try. Anyways, guys, enjoy the rest of the week. I will catch you guys later. And we will have the video up on the wand in about a couple hours from now. I already have it recorded. I just need to get it out. Just need to get the uploaded, thumbnail, all that. Which shouldn't take more than an hour or two, hopefully. Anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.